Okay, so we are on day 3, getting ready to head out. So the Airbnb that I'm staying in today, they marked out the driveway through the yard, which is great. The rest of the driveway is gravel, so I'll show you that. But I had a little incident last night, and it's really important to know where you're at and what you're doing, and to check in with your people with the Airbnb, because I did not do that earlier in the day, and it would have saved me a little grief last night. It would have saved me some a little panic. So I'll tell you all about that in a minute. Okay, so when you're booking an Airbnb, this is something you need to ask about, especially if you're not comfortable with gravel. You need to find out, do they have a big long driveway, and is it gravel? These people actually have gravel, but then they have it marked off around the house that I can drive in the grass. But coming up that at 9 o'clock last night when it was dark, it was something. So I'll fill you in on the rest of the trip in just a minute. So during the day, I was riding from Virginia up to West Virginia and via the Blue Ridge Parkway and Skyline Drive, and I did not really stop and look at my phone or check with my Airbnb host, who had sent me a message during the day. He had told me that when I get to the street that they live on, that their house was at the top of the hill, and do not follow GPS because it will take me way down into the woods. What you're seeing is where I rode last night at 9 o'clock at night, and it was very dark and there's no street lights, and I am in West Virginia by myself in the dark. And I don't know if you can tell very well, but the road isn't exactly the best. I mean, it's paved right now at the moment, but eventually this road goes on for I'm not even sure. It's a good mile or two way down in the middle of nowhere in West Virginia. Can we hear the banjos? No, not really. It's not that bad. It was, but it was very scary by myself at night. And this is why I say having clear communication with your Airbnb host is important. Had I just looked at the message, I would have known not to take this road all the way down here into, now we're in gravel, and there's nothing but, gravel driveways, and I'm coming up on this sign saying do not enter, and again, it is pitch black when I come riding through here the night before. So, I was very, very nervous at this point, and I turned the bike around, I checked my phone, and that's when I found the message, the very long message with all the details. I was too busy riding and having fun and watching the scenery that I did not look at my phone. So always pay very close attention to where you're supposed to be, what your surroundings are, the communication with your Airbnb person, so that you don't end up in a situation like this. Luckily, I was safe, thank goodness, but this is not a very good situation for, dark at night, bad roads, and a place you don't know. And yeah, it was very nerve-wracking. By the time I got back up and I found the place, then I found the big long gravel driveway up to the Airbnb, because I did not ask if they had a gravel driveway or paved driveway. Now I know to ask. So I ended up running over to the local gas station and grabbing something just to eat for dinner because I didn't have time to stop. So I ended up having a Mike's Hard lemonade and a pack of almonds for dinner. So that's a whole nother discussion to have concerning food when you're traveling and packing properly. so, so clear communication, good food, and good roads. And it gets better. It got much better once I got into the very comfy Airbnb. Sorry, the windshield's very, very, very dirty. And it is recording on my phone. Hopefully soon we will be getting a decent camera and I'll be able to do much better recordings and video and audio. And there we just passed the driveway. Well, stopped at the driveway. So that's how far out of the way I went. Could have saved myself a lot of grief if I just read the message.
Hey, so thanks for joining me today. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next adventure.